is Sound Off 60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show. Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
We are Sound Off 60 at Jack Daniels here at Lauberge.
Yes, we are.
Let me make the official introductions. That's Tiger Woods on this end, Jeff Maggart, the old guy who hopes to be a younger guy, and Sergio Garcia. I'm going to play Sergio Garcia.
Go Tiger.
I'm known to choke when it comes to water and par threes. We're going to get into that fun situation with the Players' Championship. Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later on in the show.
Tiger, go Tiger.
I thought I'd have a little fun with that. You do remind me of Jeff Maggart, though. You do.
Just a little bit. Yeah, he does just a little bit.
I wish my golf reminded
just a little bit.
Definitely on that. Oh, welcome back to the show. What a show we had last week. With LSU head football coach Les Miles, also head basketball coach Johnny Jones. I kind of wanted to go back a little bit, guys, and not regurgitate, but revisit a couple of things that in our long discussion last month, and it was somewhat of a hallmark, for our show. We've never had Les Miles on the show before.
Well, it's hard being here in Lake Charles.
Yeah,
it is. It is.
And we had a lot of fun with him. And, some general comments, I found him to be, and you know him because you deal with him during the season.
On a regular basis.
That's the first time I've met him and chatted with him. Yeah. Very open, very engaging, and really, and I don't know if you see that in the press conferences, but he is an intent listener. He really watches, and maybe it was this informal setting that we have here, but he really listens to the questions and answered the questions. Now, I don't know if you get that day to day. I know it's cliche. They all do cliche. But I found
he can, when it's to his advantage, he cannot answer a question.
Of course.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, what we saw there, that's generally what you get.
Really? Okay. Well,
I mean, the best thing, and there wasn't much way we could do it, he's at his best when you catch him a little off guard and excited, like right after a game. Most famously this year, I believe it was after the Ole Miss game. When he wanted to kiss everybody on the mouth and everything.
But Kevin, in this situation, it's, we're here at Jack Daniels. It's a fun place. We're down easy. 3 guys talking. It's not 80 from a post-game press conference or a pre-game press conference. So it's 3 guys conversing.
And one of the things that I guess more or less stood out for me, Rick, in the interview that we had with him was that when you mentioned about his players, little antennas go up. I mean, he's all about his players. And I mean, which every coach should be, but more so him, it's just that's something that he take pride in is, his players. And
early on, and we did not advance any of the questions to Les Miles. We don't do that. Not on this show.
No, we didn't.
I asked him about the Jeremy Hill situation, and what I thought was again, he was forthright, and I'm paraphrasing his comments, and I'm going to lead up to
a little more so than I thought he would.
And he just said, it's his mess, and he has to clean it up. I'm paraphrasing.
Pretty much that's what he said, Rick. And really, I was kind of surprised, too, because I thought he would have said, well, at this point in time, I'm not going to comment on it. But he didn't. He said, look, we understand, and it's a situation that he's going to deal with, and if that's get taken care of, then we'll discuss these other issues. I mean, that's point blank. I mean, and from a head coach who's been through some times with a lot of his players and stuff, you would have thought that the answer that he would have given would have been real short and just done, but it was like, you could still see the concern he has for his players. Jeremy, by all means, maybe it's just me, Jeremy is not at the picture, okay? Just listening to the way Miles was talking, he still wants this kid to be a part of the team.
Well, not a lot has happened since then. I don't share your optimism. I think if I just had to guess, and I have no inside info, my guess would be a minimum, he's going to be suspended for that season opener.
And I can understand that, Scooter.
By Miles. And that's assuming it plays out fairly good in the judicial system.
And that's my point, Scooter. That's got to take place also.
I'm starting to get a bad feeling on that one.
It's funny you should bring that up. Go ahead.
But Rick, when you think about it, the point that Scooter makes is a good one. I mean, if it goes to the judicial system and it doesn't turn out the way it should, I mean, what other choice does Coach Miles have?
Well, wait a minute, the way it should.
I mean,
the way you hope.
Well, we don't know what happened.
Don't blame the judicial system.
Until the court until he's heard, his day is heard in court, we don't know what happened.
Well,
none of us was there.
There's camera photography that he did strike the guy.
Right.
It's simple battery. It's a misdemeanor.
Right. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that I think Coach Miles is waiting to see what happens in the court system to make a determination as to what he feels going to be best for his team and his players.
Okay, that's good.
It's what I'm thinking.
Right, I got you.
You know, and that's only fair for me to say. If you understand what I'm saying, I think you're going somewhere else with this.
No, I want to save my comments and questions and throw it out, because I got some notes here, because I was poked around online a little bit in and around Mother's Day, and there's a couple of ways this, we need Jamie Bice. I'm no attorney,
right.
But there's a situation where he's on probation.
Yeah. Already before this incident.
Complication. If he's not on probation.
And this curfew. Yeah. This 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew.
Well, that's in effect now. It wasn't in effect when
it is.
Right.
But what if this district judge, and I don't want to get ahead of myself because we don't have enough time to get into it, but a little TV tease here, what if there's some more stipulations and his defense team cannot get these exceptions for Jeremy Hill? What do they do when they get into August
if he
9 p.m. they play a lot of night games.
Talk about that. No,
I don't think that's
you would be under adult supervision in this case.
At a game.
I don't think it means that he actually has to be in.
Has to be in
bed at 9 o'clock.
I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's leave it there, because the next segment I want to explore that. But back to the conversation with Les Miles. I found him to be very engaging. Yes, he was very relaxed. It wasn't after a tight game or a loss and things like that. Also, I did watch the replay, and I will vehemently disagree with you, Hobbs, when you said there are fans in this state or in this region that are not actually calling for his head, or they don't. You said that they don't expect it to happen. There are fans out there that want Les Miles fired.
That's every coach.
They want him
I think that's every coach in America, Rick.
Of course, but
you can't.
You said there are none.
I didn't say there were none. I said there's a lot of big talkers out there. But every time Michigan comes sniffing around, they all start panicking.
Well, yeah, they want. Yeah,
I'll say that.
Yeah, well, I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you on that. You know a lot more of the influential LSU backers, boosters, and former players than I do. But I've talked to some of them, Scooter, and it does shock me because I'm extremely defensive of Les Miles. But they call him an idiot, and it's always after these games. This Tennessee and I know what you're saying. Mississippi State.
But that's coaching.
I know, but there's an undercurrent.
Anybody can get away. Rick, Nick Saban can get away with that. That's
at the bottom line. At the end of the day, Rick, you're winning 10 games or plus a year.
I know.
But like I
why are we having this conversation?
You're preaching to the choir.
Why are we having this conversation?
You're preaching to the choir.
Like I said, I heard a fan say, I think this could be another 10-2 season. Like it's bad.
Like that's bad.
It's bad because your type.
That's what happens when you
proliferate this belief that they should win the national championship every year.
And let me tell you why. But let me tell you why, Rick.
Should win?
But let me tell you why, Rick. When you have the talent versus a lot of other teams that are right there, when you can see the talent that LSU has that's sitting on the bench.
Yeah. But if we're going to be.
They can contend, but should they win every year?
Okay, but I mean, here's my argument to people that say that for the talent.
It's there, Scooter. You can't deny that.
How did it get there?
Well, granted.
You're assuming.
Granted.
You bring in another coach, he's going to recruit like Les Miles does.
But the point is this, though.
And to me, coaching is 60% recruiting.
It's a big point.
I might go 50, but you're
my thing is this, though.
In college,
when you're winning, recruiting is going to take care of itself the majority of it.
All right, leave it there.
Okay. All right, before we go,
when you're winning
as long as we're on this topic, two things. Number one, I should point out, if you didn't see it, the telecast last week, it is online in our archive. It's soundoff0511313.
Yeah.
Two, funny story about Miles' appearance here. After the banquet that he spoke at later, I was visiting the Glow Bar nearby.
Why you got to bring that up, Scooter?
I ran into somebody I didn't know, but a guy who had been in here while we were taping, and he asked me. He recognized me from seeing us in here. Asked me what were y'all doing with Miles? Well, it turns out The guy said he was from Baton Rouge, here visiting on business. Huge LSU fan. And he says, I'm a huge LSU fan. I live in Baton Rouge, and I've never seen Les Miles out in public. So here I am in Lake Charles, minding my own business in Jack Daniels, and in walks Les Miles.
Wow, unbelievable.
Good for him. Good for us. Good for Lake Charles.
Yeah,
we're up against the clock. When we come back, we'll have a short segment. We want to get in. I want to raise some questions and points about Jeremy Hill and where this thing can go. Also, Sam Houston Bronco head baseball coach Brad Book is in the house at Jack Daniels to talk about a great year for the Broncos, the state tournament, and a whole lot of other issues. When we do that and more, coming back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
So Todd, there's Truck Month, then there's Tarver Ford Truck Month. What happens here?
Well, at Tarver Ford, you got 2013 XLT V8, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive crew cab pickup trucks, $12,000 off MSRP. You also have 2012 model Lariat four-wheel drive diesels, King Ranch diesel at $12,000 off MSRP. And they all come with lifetime oil changes and lifetime state inspection stickers.
Todd, that's a lot of trucks.
Told you, at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Hey, can we get a round of Miller Lite?
Sorry, just ran out. Something else?
Come on, really?
But what if one of your crew is Chuck Liddell?
Hello? Hey. We don't have a reservation.
Right this way. Welcome. Welcome. Sure wish we could play.
Here you go. There. Thank you. Thanks. We'd like to use flash photography.
That's not a problem.
We'd like to ride a dolphin. We'd love to stay closer.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Big Easy got the flavor, so easy to share. Always a crowd pleaser, easy to prepare. Big Easy, you always taste so good. You got Louisiana flavor, wrapped up so tight. Pick up some Big Easy foods tonight. Introducing Big Easy Foods in stores now.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. May 23rd, it's going to be quick. It's coming up quick. Party by the pool.
Yes,
they open up the big concert series with the Black Crows. The Black Crows. I noticed on the schedule, mark this down, one of my all-time favorites. June 6th, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Great blues guitarist from Shreveport. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. That's June 6th.
That sounds like your type, Greg. That sounds like
a little ahead of myself. Getting a little ahead of myself. Later on in the show, we'll tell you about Asleep at the Wheel at Jack Daniels, and also Larry the Cable Guy. That's
Larry the Cable Guy. That's going to be funny.
Hobbs'
He's my favorite guy, too.
I'm really more of a Ron White guy.
I love Ron White. He's very good.
I like Larry,
I know why you like Ron White.
I like Larry.
We will get into that off camera, but I'm sure, I thought sure people tell me at home when he's away from here, he cuts the sleeves off. He's got those T-shirts like Larry the Cable Guy, and you know,
really?
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Yeah, Hobbs. Look at the way he dresses now. He's almost there. All right. Jeremy Hill.
I'm a little old to be sleeveless.
Look, get your collar down. I'm trying to help you out, man. There you go. All right, Jeremy Hill. Okay, this is a what-if game.
But
what if they revoke the probation? Okay. Again, I'm not an attorney.
He's in trouble.
But he's in trouble.
Yeah,
he could go to jail.
Right.
And if he goes to jail, where does that? What kind of corner does that force Les Miles in?
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he doesn't have a choice. I mean,
if he goes in jail, it'd be hard for him to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have a choice. Right?
I know that, but. What, does he go to jail? Hypothetical.
And we don't want that to happen to this kid.
Well, look, I'm just saying, if he had a serious charge while he was in high school.
Prior to that,
he pled it down to a degree, and he's on a 2-year probation, and he gets in trouble. That's not a good thing. Now that's one thing.
You know what?
If he goes to jail, I don't know. I don't know.
But
if he's
we're
here for the
hoping
year. I don't know if he's an LSU
with,
Tiger next
with
season.
what's going to be brought to the table for us for the courts
I agree. I
and
mean,
everything.
that's what I'm saying.
You said you're not as optimistic.
I'm not. I just, and I have no idea what's going to happen. Nobody does.
No, nobody does.
But I don't know. Just in the back of my mind, I've got a bad feeling about it.
This is my take on it, and I've been around a lot of athletes. I mean, we don't know the full story, and if Jeremy didn't go into that bar with the intent of wanting to start some kind of
go in there with him.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm fixing to blast you away.
Wait. If he didn't go in there with the intent of wanting to start some type of altercation, and he was there, something happened, he was provoked, and it happened, I think a judge can see through that and say, you know what? In the heat of the moment, this young man may have gotten upset, and boom,
made a
this
big
happened.
mistake.
Can we talk about the knucklehead factor?
Yeah, Scooter, it's
I'm
there.
To blast you
it's
away.
there, Scooter, but you and I both know, Scooter, things like that are going to happen, Scooter.
Things like that are going to happen.
They're going to happen.
With knuckleheads and non-knuckleheads alike. Here's my point. You have a kid, and I don't know if it was on our show or at the bank. Les Miles says he has a 3.2 grade point.
He did say that on the show.
He did say that.
At the flagship university of this state.
He did say that.
So he is not a dumbass.
No.
Okay?
By far, no.
But I do have to wonder the knucklehead factor when. You're going to bring up the point that apparently he was goaded into this fight. Well, people were supposedly heckling him about this prior trouble that he was in.
See, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Don't you think, now, that might make you want to hit somebody, okay? But shouldn't it also remind you of that incident? And the fact that I'm already on thin ice,
I agree.
Maybe I better just get the hell out of here.
I agree.
Walk away.
I agree.
That's a valid point.
I can't argue with that, Scooter. I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
and I didn't know about that was the reason that may have caused the altercation was because he was being heckled by that altercation that happened years ago, whatever. But still, hopefully that judge will say, son.
But that district judge, I think it's Bonnie Jackson in Baton Rouge, may feel that they have given him a shot. They put him on probation of this carnal knowledge misdemeanor charge back in high school. Okay, so he's on, to quote Hobbes, thin ice.
And
so
he
gets in trouble. He gets in trouble with coach now.
But
so the probation, he could end up in jail. Now, this curfew thing you were talking about. Well, what if the judge says, I don't want exceptions? No, adult supervision is not part of this process.
I mean, what is...
That would be extremely strict. I realize that.
But you would have to know.
I would assume... All right, let's say he's got a class from 9 to 10. They do have night classes. Would he not be allowed to go to class?
That's
I'm just giving you
I'm throwing
over the top
the same argument.
I know, but
9 o'clock classes at LSU?
Well, I
that's
don't know.
why.
Come on, Scooter.
I didn't go to the noon one, so.
That's why you have legal people that's in your corner working on those type things. They're going to make that aware of that to the judge.
I'm with Hobbes. I'm with Hobbes on this one. I'm just not sure. This thing.
And I'll say
no
this.
charges have been filed, right? No formal charges from the DA's office.
And I'll say this, and I got to agree with Scooter. I mean, as much as I'm going to defend players by being one, that was knucklehead. You know that you was on a prior charge. You know you was on a prior charge, and that's what gonna provoke you.
Prior charge.
You know that.
Let's leave it there. After this short pause, we're going to talk high school baseball. Sam Houston Broncos coach Brad Book is here. We'll talk about the state tournament and a whole lot more. We're talking small ball baseball. Coming right back.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Beglis Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink! What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller one. Man, hell no. Hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
So, Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake to Quincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us.
So, Todd, give me an example of what you got going on here.
Well, Joe, we got a $299 a month lease on the F-150 crew cab, and as always, complimentary lifetime oil changes. We've got a great group of people here working real hard to serve our customers.
So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. I want to welcome in Sam Houston High head baseball coach Brad Book. Joins us here on the show to talk about the recently completed Class 5A state tournament in New Orleans, the success you guys had this year, your mini run, if you will, in the tournament, and a whole lot of other issues. First off, though, Brad Book, 7th year at Moss Bluff. That's a great name for a baseball coach. Think about it.
It is.
That and a gunslinger.
It is.
Brad Book. It just rolls off the tongue.
Appreciate a headline, by the book.
There you go.
All right, Scooter.
There you go. Automatic headline.
Win
Coach,
by the book.
Yeah. Coach, you run up against Zachary. Give us an assessment and a synopsis of the loss to Zachary, and does it really just come down to, as you stated in the American Press, just couldn't play defense against the bunch? Was it that simple?
Yeah. Zachary was a team we played twice earlier this year.
We beat them twice?
We played them in our place, 8-1. We faced the Crowder kid, ULM signee, good pitcher. He pitched in the finals for him.
But you beat them twice this year?
Yeah, we beat them twice. Yeah. We beat them at Zachary 4-1. And it was a situation where we know Zachary's a small ball team. They're very good at it. They do a great job. And those 2 wins, they never got leadoff runners on. Pretty much for most of the game, they very rarely got leadoff runners on until the 6th inning. You know, there's a few questionable calls in there, and we made several mistakes. We made 3 mistakes that inning, 1 hit. We let up to 4 runs that inning for them. Yeah. And it's very unfortunate for us because we just had some breakdowns. We had some situations where our starting first baseman, Baylor signee, pitched for us that game, and our number 2 first baseman, who led our team in hitting this year, was out for the last 3 games with some major knee issues. He didn't play the last 3 games for us. So it took him away from first base. So we moved an infielder, middle infielder, to first base. He played probably 2 games at first base for us last year as a sophomore. And he had to roll over and pull duty for us to play first base. And so that was an issue that was probably unfair to him, put him in a situation that maybe we didn't prepare him for at best. But, you know, I'm proud of the run we had. We competed in the Zachary game. What an emotional win for us to play Brother Martin.
Yeah.
Leading into that game, all of our reports we got across the state and getting information on them was they're the best team in high school baseball right now. Winners of 16 in a row, best offensive lineup in the state of Louisiana. Yeah. And we get to New Orleans, we get rained out. I thought our kids handled it extremely well. We had a game plan following it. I felt like our hitters followed it to a T. We had 14, 15 hits that game. And it was just such an emotional win. It was get off the field, get in this room, be prepared for the next game. You know, so it was unique for us. You know, we worked all season preparing for going to New Orleans. The last 2 years they've had rainouts, sit-outs, you know, wait-outs. And, you know, every time we had a situation, that issue reminded them, state tournament, this could happen. But, you know, I've never been to a state tournament where you play games with a 3-hour layover. Where do you go? Where do you eat? We had a player that had to get 2 bags of IV between the 2 games. We had a player that we tried to get ready to get some shots in his knee to prepare him. The middle infielder played first base has had hamstring issues for the last 2 weeks. He had to be stretched out for 3 hours.
You earned your paycheck.
Yes.
You earned your paycheck.
Yes. So,
big time.
It was tough, but everybody had to do it. Zachary had a 7-hour layover. They played that morning. They had to go back to the hotel, wait out, come back to the ballpark, get suited up again for the semifinal game. You know, it is what it is. Everybody has to follow the course if they want to win it.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to win it. Somebody did win it. Somebody
4-2 though.
had to deal with the issues as much as
I guess it does help that Tulane, they do have that artificial turf.
They do.
Is it in the outfield too?
It's in the outfield.
Infield?
It's in the entire field. The issue they had a lot this weekend was it wasn't as much the rain as it was the lightning strikes. They have a very strict policy.
Oh, yeah.
And lightning bolt hits their monitors there. It goes on a 30-second clock. I mean, a 30-minute clock.
Yeah.
And if another lightning bolt pings the monitors, the clock starts over.
And that's within what, a certain mile range?
Yeah, I don't know the radius, what the radius is.
Maybe 5 miles.
That's what we call Barb and West Monroe's.
Yeah.
You know, for
5.5 hours. Yeah.
Well, 3 of the 8 teams in the quarterfinals were from this district. Was that clearly, have you seen and been around and seen the others? Was this clearly the best district in the state?
I would say you couldn't argue a better, tougher district than ours. I think it's the 4th year in a row now. This district, the Lake Charles Lafayette district, has sent more than 2 teams to the state tournament. I just think in general, Southwest Louisiana baseball is pretty impressive. You just look around, you look at Sulphur, you look at Barb, you look at Sam Houston, you look at Iowa. Iowa had a down year. They made it to the quarters. That's a down year. St. Louis is always good. 2 years removed from the state title.
Kinder gets the 2A.
Kinder made it to the semis this year. I would say per capita population, you couldn't make a better argument.
But let me interject, Coach. You're saying, is this the first? You should know this, newspaper boy. Is this the first year that not only 3 from the district, but 3 from right here? You know, Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, Sulphur.
Well, I would guess because Sam Houston wasn't 5A until recently.
Okay.
So, yeah, it would be hard.
When I was in high school,
you'd have to go back to Lagrange being 5A.
Lagrange and Barb were in the state tournament in maybe 95 together.
Right. Coach, when you look back...
Well, one year Sulphur and Barb played for the state championship.
Yeah. But throw Sam Houston in the mix, that's 3. That's pretty strong.
Coach, when you look back at the games itself that were played and stuff, and just hearing a lot of what Scooter was saying and everything, defense and offense plays a huge factor. But how big a factor was pitching on this level when you're talking about high school made a difference?
To me, the pitching between 5A and 4A, there's not a lot of difference. It's just most 5A schools have maybe 2 more quality arms.
Right.
The level of the arm isn't really any different. Overall, the team aspect, in 4A, there's usually 4 very good teams, and then it starts falling off significantly. In 5A, there's not much separation between 20 and 1.
Yeah.
That's why in 4A, when we were in 4A, you see a 17 versus 1 upset, or
all the time.
In the second round, a 16-1 versus upset. It was like a shocker. In 5A, it's no big deal. It happens all the time. Case in point, the 21 seed wins the state title in 5A.
Yeah.
It's just not that big of a shocker. There's just not a lot of separation from the top team to the 20th team.
Yeah.
Where in 4A, there really is. The top 4 in 4A are, to me, from when we were there, as good as the 5A teams. It's just a huge drop-off. It's just 5A baseball is so deep. The arms, again, aren't necessarily that as more dominant. They're just more of them in every high school team.
Gotcha.
Brad Book, Sam Houston head baseball coach, has joined us here at Soundoff 60 at Jack Daniels. Coach, Sulphur and the recreation department there in McMurray Park and that complex, they're going to put in a bid. They want the whole shebang. They want all 7 classes of the state tournament to relocate and be centered at McMurray Park and their facilities. Do you support it? How will that help the future of baseball in this area and specifically your program? You can play right here in your own backyard.
I would enjoy it.
You can find that IV a lot quicker.
I would enjoy it. It's close to home. It would save our program about $10,000 to $12,000 in trip. Our fans probably enjoy going to New Orleans. One year we played the 4A tournament in Shreveport. Fans loved it. Our fans love going to New Orleans as well.
Yeah.
But I've never been a part of that. As a coach, I've been with a team to a state tournament 5 times, and this is it'd be the first time we've ever got to do that home.
Yeah. If they did that, would 5A do like the other classes and only bring 4 teams?
Here's where we're at right now. First round is a single elimination game. Second round is a best-of-3 series. Third round is a best-of-3 series. And then the 5A state tournament would be like 4A, 3A, and down.
It would be to the semifinals.
Yeah. It's like several
let me ask you. I mean, do you like? I've got a pet peeve, but I don't think.
No, never.
Well, y'all have heard me say
no.
this before. I think it should be just 4 going to a. My problem with it is high school baseball is really not set up to week in and week out play 3 games in 2 days. Most people, you normally play 2 games a week.
That's tough.
You really only get 2 starting pitchers ready playing 2 games a week. And then all of a sudden, for the biggest games of the year, you play 3 in 2 days.
It was tough.
And I think that's where you get into trouble. Sometimes kids pitch too much, or you play for the state championship, you're not going to have your best pitcher pitching. Good point. By the time you get to the state championship. Just your thoughts on that,
It was tough.
I guess.
You know, with the delay on Friday, us playing 2 on Saturday, we kind of got to experience that, even though it was quarterfinal, semifinal.
Yeah.
It was tough. I mean, it's tough. You know, we play doubleheaders. Everybody plays doubleheaders, especially the 4 weeks of the year, first 4 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of different because you're still trying to fill out your lineup. You may play 4 different kids in the Saturday morning game, and then 4 different kids in certain positions the next game. Plus, it's probably about 55 degrees during that time of year. And, you know, we were there. It was the first really warm weekend. And like I said, we had a few kids that succumbed to some heat issues. And but not only that, just the emotions of dealing with that, finishing an emotional game that we were told possibly you're definitely the underdog. And And having to come off the field and get prepared. But like I said, everybody who was going to make it to the finals had to do something similar to that situation. Everybody had to do it. And somebody had to deal with it better than others.
Right. Hey, Coach, I know you talk about some of the distractions that you guys have for us, the delays and the postponements and all those things, and all the teams have to go through it, but how big a strain is on the coaching staff and you to keep your guys focused for a 3 to 4 hour delay? I mean, that's got to be extremely hard.
It was tough.
Xbox.
It was tough. Tulane was a very gracious host. They put us in some of their football meeting rooms. I haven't talked to Glenn Barb too much about it yet, but I talked to Ross Blankenship, who's a Lake Charles native, West Monroe, and I talked to him and stayed at the same hotel. And I said, what the heck did you guys do for 6 hours? He said, it was amazing. He said, we couldn't get answers. They put us in a room. He said, are we about to go back out? I need to feed my kids. What do I do? They couldn't get any answers from anybody what was going on. And
that's crazy because, I mean, you can't know the structure of what you got to do to prepare your kids if nobody's giving you answers on when do you feed them or... Tough. Tough.
Coach, in our final seconds, you along with the Sulphur Golden Tours, you kind of bumped the Bar Bucks off the headlines. They're the defending state champions. What are we looking for next season out of the Broncos? What do you mentioned you got a signee from Baylor, so obviously you got some D1 talent over there. What kind of depth do you have coming back, and what kind of year you're going to have?
Players that played a significant role for us this year that come back is Clifton Reed and Peyton McElmore. Both of them hitting the 4s for us, 400 for the season. Other than that, we graduate everybody else. We have 7 signees. So it's a reload year. Last year was for this group, you know, we graduated 12 seniors. Last year we had very few seniors playing a significant role for us. And we were 23 and 8, I think we finished up the year. And next year we're in the same role. I really like the talent we have. We have some very young, talented players. Our sophomore class is very talented. Our junior class is a very mature class. So I believe at the beginning of this year, I can honestly say I felt like we were a team kind of that we were supposed to be, you know, in the state tournament. You know, based off last year, we returned every starter per se. You know, we were supposed to be there. And next year's, to me, are always the fun years where who's our shortstop? Who's our third baseman? Who's our second baseman? We go into the season with a lot of us figuring our team out, filling our team out. This year, you kind of went into it. You returned every kid that played last year. You kind of have an idea, a plan. It's always fun when you got to throw together a plan.
Now the dartboard's going to get some work in the office, right?
That's good.
Coach, congratulations. Great year, great time there in New Orleans, getting to the state semifinals. Continued success there. Brad Book, Sam Houston head baseball coach. We'll take our pause. We'll come right back in about 2. Don't go far.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Staying cool all night requires refreshment. And refreshment means Coors Light. Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With two-stage cold activation and mountains that turn blue. All so you know exactly when your Coors Light is as cold as the Rockies. Let's get the night started. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, welcome back to the show. We've already told you about Party by the Pools at Lauberge Casino right outside Jack Daniels, May 23rd, the Black Crows. Coming up that May 24th, which is coming up very, very soon, here at Jack Daniels, the legendary Asleep at the Wheel.
Yes.
Now, there's kind of a doubleheader. You like that theme?
I do.
Doubleheader,
I like
baseball,
I like
that kind of thing?
I do.
Larry the Cable Guy.
I will be there. I will be there.
Great comedy, Larry the Cable Guy. He's also going to be here at Lauberge Casino at the Special Event Center for 2 shows on Friday. That would be May 24th as well, 7 and 10. So really, you can kind of maybe do Asleep at the Wheel and jump to Larry the Cable Guy. Or do Larry the Cable Guy and catch Asleep at the Wheel if you really want to mix it all up.
Both going to be great shows.
But Party by the Pool kicks off May 23rd, and it's going to be a great series, all right? Quickly back to the baseball thing. I do think, look, I'm real big on, all right, everybody wants to win the championship, but it does say something about a program to get in the tournament, to be competing for, or to be amongst that field. And again, to have Sam Houston, Sulphur, Barr,
that's pretty big.
And then Iowa,
that is,
and then Kinder.
That's pretty strong.
That's some strong baseball in this area, guys. That is some strong baseball in this area. All right.
You know, to throw back to having Les Miles on, his son threw a no-hitter.
Yeah,
really.
In the state semifinal.
University, I think it is.
Really?
University
High, I guess they're still 1A.
Oh, 1A?
They may be 2A now.
Okay. Well, Kinder's 2A, and they lost to Evangel, so 1A or 2A?
It must be 1A.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I
but
did
his
read
son
that.
threw a no-hitter in the semifinals.
Right.
And I think they got beat in the finals.
I know he's
shift gears to some football. I think in the program, the New Orleans Saints, they get all of their signees, record time. Of course, the salary cap has something to do with that.
I
Get
guess
them all signed.
Because normally you're 2 weeks into camp before the last stragglers come in.
Yeah, this is a big change, Kevin. Now, last year, my memory isn't as good, but the last couple of years, and even going back to last year, they had the rookie salary cap, or the scale, if you will, last year.
Right. But they didn't draft anybody last year.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't have.
They didn't have the first round pick, and that's normally the hang-up.
Yeah, but it took them longer to get everybody. Now, I mean, Peyton must be raring to go. I mean, he's got them all. John Jenkins from Georgia was the last one. This is a good thing. Rookie camp is this
it's time
week,
to get to work.
Get them all in there.
Get them in camp and get started.
The rookies can go to camp without go to rookie camp.
Yeah, they go to rookie camp without being signed. You're right.
But still, though, you don't have any of this distraction and any of this yin and the yang and the papers and the media. And are they going to sign Vaccaro? Are they not?
But you know what? I'm kind of curious to see what the play is going to be now that Sean's back, mostly on defense. With all of what's been going on with the bounty and all that stuff, I'm just curious to see what the play of the defense is going to be like. If it's going to still be as aggressive, if it's going to be like we got to watch how we hit because of all what I'm just curious to see.
With the whole bounty thing?
Well, I mean, I'm just curious to see how the defense is going to play now since Sean is back.
Well, they didn't play where the damn
last
year.
They didn't. I'm just curious to see what the play style is going to be like.
Well,
you know what I mean when I say that?
Switch into the 3-4.
Right.
I think that's probably overrated, but
somewhat. You got to have certain people to play that.
They all end up with about 9 on the line anyway, no matter what they run.
But I'm
not the guru of X's and O's.
I'm just
but
curious.
It does make a difference. The schemes do make a difference. You know.
And remember what we said, Rick. You've got to make sure you've got the people to play those schemes, because it makes no difference.
They all add up to 11.
If you don't have cover,
if you
don't have covered linebackers, you're gonna expose yourself.
Of course. Well,
you're gonna expose yourself.
Okay.
You better have covered linebackers if you're gonna play it.
Why they drafted 350-pound John Jenkins to take up a lot of space.
He better take up a lot of space.
I'm with you, Kevin. You know, I don't know how all these linebackers are going to shake out, but yes, I think they needed to upgrade. I think they needed to upgrade the defensive ends and pressure. And then I don't know if this Rufus Johnson is going to help them.
I want to see what the safety guy is going to bring to the table. I mean, everybody's talking about him. I want to see what he's going to do.
As we get ready to go to break, a new defensive coordinator in Rob Ryan, and the personality and the ego and the presence. How can he have that kind of? Can he translate that to this defense? Greg Williams did it to a large degree.
Greg Williams did
Bounty notwithstanding. I mean, can a personality or force
But you know what, Rick? When you want these guys to play that type of play, and what you say makes a lot of sense, Rick, you've got to be able to, as a coach, let your players know that you're willing to go to the wall with them on what you're trying to get them to take up and do. Because you know what? There's going to be games where you're going to have breakdowns, and people are just going to burn you to no degree. But do you change or do you stay? That's going to be the turning point of this defense. Because there are going to be some bad days. Well, there are going to be some teams that's going to rip you up, Rick.
Right.
I don't claim to be X's and O's make my head hurt. But the thing that I like about this is Sean Payton apparently made this decision before the season was over, watching the Saints, and I'm sure he taped each game and watched them and dissected them.
I'm pretty sure.
He watched a lot more NFL games while he was out for the year.
Yeah, he did.
And he had come to this conclusion, and I'm sure he studied it long and hard, that his personnel or the 3-4 was the way for this team to go.
I agree. He is not going into this.
That's key. No,
he's not just hoping this
He's
will
too smart a guy.
I don't think so.
Too smart a guy.
When we come back, it's Tiger, it's Maggart, it's Sergio Garcia.
Tiger.
We're going to find out how this Players' Championship was won and lost. And all the war of the words. It was
Tiger's
fun.
the man.
When we
Tiger's
come back,
the man.
stay right here.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
So Todd, there's Truck Month, then there's Tarver Ford Truck Month. What happens here?
Well, at Tarver Ford, you got 2013 XLT V8, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive crew cab pickup trucks, $12,000 off MSRP. You also have 2012 model Lariat four-wheel drive diesels, King Ranch diesel at $12,000 off MSRP. And they all come with lifetime oil changes and lifetime state inspection stickers.
Todd, that's a lot of trucks.
Told you, at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trista Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trista Guidry.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink! What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Look at pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work. Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King! I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one! Miller one. Man, hell, hey, wait!
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
All right, welcome back to the show. I want to remind you before we go any further, if you're busy and you got to have shrimp in the freezer and ready to cook,
goodness.
think of Big Easy Shrimp. Wild Gulf shrimp, medium bags, large bags. You can get them across Southwest Louisiana at your favorite retailers, Market Basket, Walmart, Kroger, Albertsons. Look for them in stores near you. They're great. They're fresh from the Gulf, processed in South Louisiana, and processed also here in Lake Charles, because Big Easy Foods is right here in Lake Charles in Southwest Louisiana. Great local products.
Isn't
Wild
it time
Gulf shrimp.
for like another summer display? Because we're getting into summer, that the girl needs to come and do a summer display for Big Easy. I thought that was what we was looking.
Basically, you want to eat some Big Easy
pretty much,
food,
Rick,
right?
pretty much,
Okay.
pretty much.
It's about
So
that
let's-
time for maybe
it's
some
about
hot
that time for
sausages,
another.
Okay, well,
it's about
we'll
time.
see what we can do.
Let's do that,
We
Rick.
want to satisfy your stomach and that waistline of yours, okay? I had to get that in. Big Easy Foods.
Ricky,
Wild
that's
Gulf
being
shrimp.
cruel, man. God,
Great
it's being
stuff.
cruel,
All right,
man.
First
Yeah.
off, the war of words between Sergio Garcia and Tiger Woods. I'm on the fence over this. I really am. I'm one of those guys, I'm terrible at golf, okay? I gotta have it quiet. You start cackling and doing like he tries to do with the golf thing in the middle of my backswing. I'm messed up.
Okay.
But if a marshal told Tiger Woods that Sergio, if you know the backstory, if he said he's already hit, then maybe Tiger didn't know.
Number two.
But, you know,
I mean,
Scooter, give us your take on it, because I'm not the golf guy.
Number one, if you saw the later on did the split screen. Sergio had time.
An Oliver Stone movie on this?
Well, no, just about.
I know.
Sergio had time to step away from the shot. We saw the next day, Sunday, Tiger was about here and stopped the shot.
Well, he can do that.
Yeah. I don't know how you do that. But
you don't buy into the complaint. You don't buy into the complaint.
I mean, number one, Sergio had time to back off. I'm 50-50 on whether it was a little gamesmanship by Tiger. I'm 50-50 on that one.
He's in the trees and he pulls out a 5-wood, right? Something like that. And so the crowd goes nuts. He's going for a risky shot.
Nobody in all the TV, nobody sees him talk to a marshal that supposedly told him Sergio is hit. So I'm 50-50 on that one. But even if that is what he did,
come on.
So what?
Come on.
I mean, these
guys are professionals, man.
I mean, from everything you hear, Sergio is really a nice guy.
He's a good guy,
And players other than Tiger enjoy playing with him. But some of the things, he brings a lot of his public persona on himself. I mean, Sunday, he wouldn't give it up. He's saying, I was the victim. It's all this poor me, Sergio, poor me. And apparently that's really not him.
Right.
But
I don't know.
But it's what he says he is.
What I thought was cool was, look, Sergio came out and it was really after the Tin Cup episode at 17 and the lost tournament. Said that, look, he doesn't enjoy Tiger Woods. That the comment was they don't enjoy each other's company.
Well, I mean, they're
and
competitive guys.
Once we heard that, I'm sure you were like me. I was in as much agony as Sergio was when he hit it in the water, because I wanted that playoff. I wanted Sergio and Tiger head to head.
You're right.
I wanted to see that playoff.
All right. So the shots. He goes into, and look, all credit to Tiger Woods at 14. He puts a ball in the water. He double bogeys 14, and he then becomes
hitting one of the great shots I ever saw.
Boy, that choked down
and hit it like a baseball.
Wood. Oh my Lord! All right. So Sergio Garcia finishes 16, and they're tied. He's tied. He's tied, and he takes a wedge at the famous Island Par 3, number 17,
short
at the Players Championship.
Twice,
not once, but twice. In the water.
And wow. Because Tiger, that's happened before with Tiger, they're going to say, Sergio choked. Sergio was one of the great Ryder Cup players of all time.
Good point.
And if anybody is ever gonna, any golfer is ever gonna choke,
it's gonna be at the
it
Ryder.
would be in the Ryder Cup.
Good
and yet
point.
he's one of the great Ryder Cup records.
You're tied for the
time.
lead. You got Woods, and you got this new Swede guy.
Yeah.
But you going for the flag? Come on, he went right for the flag. It's tucked off
you
to the
don't
right.
know that. I mean, he might have pushed it.
I don't know. It looked like his line was going right for the flag. I mean,
that didn't mean where he meant to hit it.
Well,
though.
that's true, but
you played enough golf. I've
I know
seen
that
where you
my
meant to hit
my
it.
shots never go. But it was clear Tiger Woods went for the fat part of the green. Clearly, Woods was playing a safe shot on 17.
Tiger.
Clearly, in my opinion.
Hey.
All right, so Sergio, what? Two balls in the water on 17 and another one on 18. I don't know if he comes back from this.
No, that's pretty.
I don't know. It's going to take a while.
Well, how many times have they said that about
Sergio?
Yeah.
Well,
he's a different guy.
He will whine about this for a year, and then he'll be back.
Tiger Woods now wins his second Players' Championship. Yeah. The U.S. Open is a month away. We do this all the time. Yeah. I've said all along, he wasn't all that far. I mean, this guy is playing good. He's not the Tiger Woods of 2002.
No, but he's coming.
Never will
he's
be.
coming. He's coming back though. He's
coming back.
He's consistent.
Never won 4 tournaments.
Well, he's been more
early
consistent
in the calendar.
He's been more consistent.
He's back.
I put it this way: watching that, and I was begging for that Tiger Sergio playoff. I wanted him to bogey. So obviously after Sergio 10 cup, it was over.
Yeah.
But he could still. But that's the playoff I want. But really, once Tiger birdied 16, I knew it was over.
Really?
There was no way. I wonder if Tiger's ever hit it in the water on 17.
No,
I bet not.
He's only won it one time.
I know.
He doesn't play well at that course.
I wonder if he's ever.
But the shot, now he knew, according to him, that Sergio put 2 in the water.
Right.
When he was hitting at 18. But that shot, that approach to 18, that was a beeline right for the pin.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going for it.
Now, guys, those guys are professionals. Hey,
great
supposed to make those shots, man.
I love the controversy.
I love it too.
I love
it too. Keep it up. I love it.
Stump the Wise guys.
Good news.
Coming up next, the lovely ladies of Lauberge will be here, and we'll do some swashbuckler football and baseball when we come back. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake, DeQuincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us.
So, Todd, give me an example of what you got going on here.
Well, Joe, we got a $299 a month lease on the F-150 crew cab, and as always, complimentary lifetime oil changes. We've got a great group of people here working real hard to serve our customers.
So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur. Appreciate it, man. I'm a big fan.
Me too.
This one goes out to a couple friends of mine.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, time for Stump the Wise guys.
That time again.
Daniels, the beauties of Lauberge have joined us. Cameron has come back. It's been a couple of months. We hadn't seen Cameron much, and the lovely Haley is with us again.
Glad to have you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're pretty spunky today. So don't bring us down.
All right.
Lift us up.
We're going to try.
Okay, here we go. Who's first up?
Me.
Here we go.
Sports fans got a lot of close-up TV shots of Tiger Woods' new girlfriend, Lindsey Vonn.
Oh.
At the Players' Championship over this weekend, let's see how much you guys know about Miss Vonn.
About who?
Miss Vonn. Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, my
All I know is
Lord.
she's dating Tiger.
Oh,
okay.
my.
We all know she's a professional and Olympic skier. What is her specific skiing discipline?
Downhill. Boom!
Downhill, yeah.
Well, we'll go, but
What's the technical term?
Oh, wait a minute now.
What? I think it's alpine.
Wait a minute
downhill,
now.
but it's alpine. Am I the skier of the group? Do you ski?
Downhill, no.
Is that what you're going with?
Not even on my bucket list.
Well, Rick vacations every year, so he would know.
Well, I don't know everything, but I think you're right on downhill, but it's alpine. She's an alpine skier. Okay.
I was close.
Good job.
That's it for me.
Okay.
That's it for me.
I was close.
You're on your own, guys.
God, I was close.
All right,
okay.
Cameron.
All right, Cameron.
This is you. Oh, who's going to read it?
Strategy.
Sorry,
Strategy.
my
All right,
turn.
back to
What event did Vaughn win the gold medal in during the 2010 Winter Olympics?
Wait a minute. Say again now.
Go ahead.
Downhill alpine.
You're pretty much right. It was downhill.
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 Correct.
Woo!
All
right.
This is the first time you guys have gotten female questions right.
Oh,
man.
First time.
Well, she's very watchable.
Very watchable.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
All right. How many World Cup titles has Lindsey Vonn won in her career?
6.
Yeah, we'll
She'll
guess.
never catch Nicholas. I know that.
We'll guess. We'll go with 6.
I'll go with 6.
Catching Jack Nicklaus.
Slower.
Oh, she's giving
4.
me a hint.
Boom.
4.
Gidry coming through.
I'm just saying.
You
hey,
just guessed.
I'm just.
That wasn't even
He
a real.
could have said 3.
Yeah,
I could've-
I
could've-
Yes, though.
All right,
last
then.
one.
Here we go. Bonus
This
question.
Bonus question. In 2010, Vaughn made the Hot 100 list for what men's magazine?
GQ. Boom.
No. Try again.
You're setting yourself up with this boom shot, man.
You get too,
men's-
you
Okay.
get too full of yourself too quick.
It's not
You
Playboy.
didn't even discuss it. You rang the bell before
I
even
did.
you guys deliberated.
What?
You got it?
Maxim.
Correct.
The
Have you
journalism
ever heard
god
of a
comes
GQ?
I've never even
Hot
seen that
100?
magazine
That's not
either.
even a real thing.
But it
It's a
sounded
men
like
magazine,
something.
so I
That's right.
figured
You see these
she would be
Maxim
on
lists
it.
on the
Yeah, you
internet.
figured
Because
it out.
we were gonna look at it. Great job,
You
Scooter.
have the magazine from 2010, Gidry? Haley, Cameron, thank y'all.
Thank you guys. Great job.
That was
a good one.
That was different.
That was different. That
We
was
came
different. I
through.
like that one. That was
We came
different.
through. Not bad. Not
I wasn't
bad.
crazy about
Yeah.
that one.
We'll wrap it up with some baseball. The McNeese Cowgirls win the regular season, top seeds, looking to maybe vie for the NCAA tournament, and they get shut down right at. This baseball can be a very humbling game.
Particularly,
Well.
all right, let me get on my bandwagon.
Go ahead.
again.
This is another
Let's ride
pet
it.
peeve.
Yes.
What?
Why does the Southern Conference have a softball tournament?
Okay.
When it's going to be a one-bid conference.
Do they make loads of money?
They don't, I mean, at least with basketball, they can say, well, it gets us on ESPN.
Yes.
I don't think that's a valid
Yes.
reason, but they can at least say that.
Yes.
Not with softball.
So you're saying it sets up like a Cowgirls regular
It
season?
makes
sets them
it
up for failure.
renders your regular
If you
season
don't win, you can't
meaning.
get in.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you on that. We're agreeing
Okay.
a lot tonight, Kevin.
Okay.
You chime in or what?
Yeah. Scooter. Scooter doesn't like it. If Scooter doesn't like it, I don't like it.
But from a biased standpoint, if the Cowgirls don't win the regular season championship, and maybe they're in second and third and very good, the tournament can propel them to
a higher seed
if they win it.
I'm not talking about what's fair to the Cowgirls. I'm
You're
just
talking
talking
about
about what is fair to the regular season champions,
But I'm
no
being
matter
biased.
who it is.
I'm being biased. I'm being biased.
Okay.
All right. The Cowboys take 2 out of the 3 on the road against Oral Roberts.
A little life,
They're,
finally.
Yeah, a little clinging to that 8th spot.
Terry's never hanging in there.
Clinging. They got a key, critical weekend series against Southeastern Louisiana starting Thursday, the last one of the year. Excuse me. At Cowboy Diamond. All right, speaking of coming back home, Swashbucklers.
Yeah.
Haven't talked about them much.
They've been having a rough
because they've been on the road. They
Yeah.
went 2 on the road, and then they lost over the weekend.
Yeah.
They were trying to make a hat trick. They got a game on Saturday night. They finally come back home to take on Richmond. Take over.
We will see what happens from here. Of course, I assume they were out of town because of contraband days.
Yeah, that took up the whole time at the
What's in
Civic
that
Center.
Jack Daniels? Did
No,
they
you made
slip
it.
me something?
You made it. Woo! But yeah, the Civic Center was totally shut down for contraband days. So yeah, hopefully they'll be back this following week and everything
Well, they
back
got
at home
Richmond.
again.
So, I mean, 4 losses.
They've been having a tough year.
4 losses.
It's been having a tough year, Rick.
You know, you get 5. You get 5 losses. You're pretty. You got to win a whole lot of games from here on out.
You got to win a lot of games.
And I've seen a lot of their home games. Chris Mitchell at quarterback. Look, first year. No Freddie Harrison.
He's a different type guy. He is.
No Freddie Harrison. The accuracy, though, Kevin. You played the game for a very short time.
Yeah.
You've got to be quick.
You do.
You can't sit
it's a quick
back
game.
There
you can't.
For 2.5 seconds.
They're going to eat you up.
It's got to be open,
You got to let it go. And, I mean, that's been their biggest problem is just not being able to find those receivers in those windows and get it to them. Because you've got the talent that once they catch it, they can make magic happen with it. But it's just... That's something that Darnell is going to have to get with it and say, it's got to be quicker, guys. Boom, boom, boom.
Get it out. Find the guy and get it out. No doubt about it. All right, so there we have it. Again, congratulations to Brad Book and the St. Houston Broncos.
Great job.
Houston Broncos.
Great year.
They get to the semifinals and they lose to Zachary in a tough ball
Let me
game,
ask,
but they did go
Bob,
deep.
the #1 seed, was it a shock?
We didn't talk about
It's never a shock in baseball.
You would say
this
that.
one, this
you
one.
would say that.
Maybe
#1 seed?
Maybe getting that beat.
Ranked 8th in the nation. 8th in the getting beat 13-4. Yeah, a little bit of a surprise there. All right,
I was
that's
surprised.
going to wrap it up for this week.
Payback
Glad
for
to have you
football.
with us, everybody, once again. A+ game. Tiger Woods,
Thank you,
Maggard,
sir.
Sergio
Yes.
Garcia. We'll see you
Always.
at the games, everybody.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.